So where are we at? He's putting the O-rings in. If you didn't
Fred
catch
missed
that.
the first 5 minutes of the explanation of what we were doing here.
We're putting the rings on.
So would you give a quick recap, synopsis of what we just did?
We put the oil ring in. We put it 90 degrees nearly where the
Opposite each other?
yeah. So what do we got there?
That is how Total Seal says it.
90 degrees.
That is the official Total Seal way of doing things.
There you go. Put some light on that subject.
And these are professionals, so they know what
We
they're
actually
doing.
went to Total Seal. We got up at 3 in the
I
morning.
don't do it that way. I do it a different way.
We got up
Total
at 3 in
Seals
the
is selling
morning.
those rings, the holes through there?
They claim that they were selling to Harley.
See, he puts the gap over here.
Well, that's what I did that time. Now, normally I put the gap over here because I don't like. See, they want me to put the gaps here, and the oil ring they want to stagger them like this.
Okay.
I make sure the gap for the oil ring is here. They put the other two rings over here.
Okay.
What I do is I put everything on the 45-degree angles.
Right.
I do it. They want to put them on the side. I was told never to put them on the side originally.
Harley recommends one at every 4 corners.
So that's what do you call a corner? This way?
It is,
or
we only
this
have
way?
3
Like you're
corners.
doing like right 1, 2, 3, 4.
45.
Yeah, but
like
we
where
only
the
have
head
3.
bolts are, like where the head bolts for.
One of them has 2 of them on it. I can't remember which one it
Okay,
was.
so
Yeah, the O-ring has 2.
here's the O-ring expander right here. See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go way over here.
Are we far enough
And
away?
I wrap it around. See, here's your expander. Stick it
Yep.
around.
You put it
So
on
you
the
got
bottom.
You got a good distance between them, so you got some cooling power. And you wrap it around. Bring it around. Drop it in.
And these are steel, so you can bend them a little bit.
Right, they're very flexible, they're really thin. Okay, so I get the one gap's there, the other gap's there. This one goes 180 from where that one is.
Right there.
And you bring it
Perfect.
around.
Perfect.
And make sure it turns. It's good. Okay, now I got the 2 other rings. Now you have a dot. Dot goes up. This is not the top ring because it's a cast iron ring. See the moly or chrome or whatever other surface it is. So any marking goes up. So there's the marking. You can see it after I honed it. See. Now these have a pressure reverse twist to them.
Okay.
It's a reverse twist ring.
What's that mean?
I mean, instead of twisting upwards, it twists downwards
Oh, okay.
because it's a scraper ring. So instead of the ring going like this,
Kind of that cut on the edge of it.
for the
you know?
pressure to seal against it, it goes the other way, so it scrapes the oil off the cylinder. Because the second ring is more of an oil scraper than a compression ring.
Okay.
If it was a standard twist, it would have it the other way around to be more of a compression ring than an oil ring.
Right.
And where are you putting that one
If
in?
the top ring doesn't seal, it doesn't matter about the second ring, it's going to go right past it too, so that's why you don't care about that. But the oil, especially with the piston squirters, you're putting so much oil in the motors that sometimes the oil rings don't get all the oil off the cylinder, so you put this one in there backwards, it scrape off some of the oil. That's the theory.
You want to drill no holes in the top of the piston. to
That's the
make them
theory they've been using for
expand
the
those
last
rings out, huh?
30 years anyway. Now, holes in top is for pressure on drag racing because that takes the ring and squeezes it out.
Mhm.
And against the cylinder makes it seal.
But not good for
It
long
also
distance,
pushes
huh?
it down against the ring face because oil rings actually seal against the bottom of the ringland, not the top. So it pushes it down and out, mainly down. The gap behind the ring is where the air pushes out at.
Mhm.
Now that's great for drag racing, but in the real world you get carbon in that stuff we scraped off.
Yeah, lots of it.
Plugs it up.
5,000
So
miles.
now what they do is they go over here and they put little chamfer holes right here or slots or grooves on the top of the ringland.
Mm-hmm.
And the top ringland, that does the same thing. As the arrows come down the side of the piston, it goes behind the ring
Mm.
and it pushes the ring out to seal it under
So having
pressure
holes in it, huh?
and down at the same time.
It doesn't get so much carbon in there?
And you don't get so much carbon because you have such a small gap here, you don't get a lot of carbon buildup. So that's the newer way of doing it. So, everybody get that figured out? Now we can go actually work on the motor. Okay, now this here is this. Now what I do is I put this in the ringlands and I spread it with my thumbs and I hold it over here with these fingers like that. See how that works?
Yep.
Now if you twist it like that and put it on, it's like a corkscrew when you're all done. It doesn't. Corkscrew is like a spring. It doesn't seal very good because it's not sitting flat. It only hits in one corner, so the air goes right past and it does it. So that means you took your nice expensive rings and turned them into crap. So you got to make sure you don't do that. So you come over here, you hold it in the ringland where you want it to be. You put pressure out here. You move your thumbs out, push it over. See how you get it started right there? Then you come by with your 2 thumbs and just push it into it.
All not to warp it out at all, huh?
Try not to warp it all. And if you get a little bit more than I did, you just open it with your thumb and drop it down. Top ring, you look for any kind of mark. Any marking goes up. See how it's got a mark over here? It says size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Goes up. Now most rings are square cut, barrel faced. And this appears to be a square cut ring also. Maybe a very, very light chamfer on the inside. Not much. So if it's barrel face, it's square, it doesn't matter which way it goes in. But either way, any marking you see, put it up, you're good to go. Same thing, you hold it in the ring land where you want to go. So now we're going to hold it in the top ring land now, because that's where we want to be at. You just squeeze it over. You see it just drops in.
That's why you call them grooves of ring land, no?
Actually, it lands in between the grooves, but close enough. Sometimes we don't use the correct phrasing around here, especially when Fred keeps me up late. Okay, that one's how I do it. Which way you want to do it?
The way you want to do it.
Well, I already did the other one the other way, so we'll see how that works.
That's not. Can you fix them?
No. Lost cause.
All right,
Or
what's
I could
next?
take it and go like this with it.
Number 45.
And we're 45 now. Was that quick enough fix for you?
He's just messing with you, Joe.
I know.
All right, done with that now?
Now we're going to install it without a ring compressor because we don't have one.
Thank you very much.
Or I don't have one.
Wait till I show you the Harley tool for pulling those bearings out of the cam bearings out. They show one in the book.
Oh,
Man, it's ridiculous looking.
do you know how much Jim's wants for that tool?
I couldn't imagine $500.
Am I turning this off or not?
No, we're putting the pistons together.
Well, you guys are changed subject here.
No, we're talking about cam bearing removal tool. It was $250 or $60.
Jim's.
And I've only used to use it once. And one customer asked for one about a year ago.
Just sold it to him.
So for some reason I have not ordered that yet for the show.
Oh, so you did sell it to
Since I
him.
had one at a time in a year, I can see why.
But I did order up the correct bearings, so I will have them in stock. Because all I have is the 06 and earlier shit, and not the 07 later. Except for dynas, which 06 is late. Because everybody knows dynas are special.
Special shit, right?
Special children.
You own one, you should know.
Special areas. Special children. Very special.
All right, so did I mix the cylinders up yet? Which
Well,
one's this one?
that's the rear end. Second one you
Fred,
did.
which one is this?
Well, we looked around here.
Why don't we put a little R on it?
That one's very
The double
clean, and
marker.
this one's kind of beat up on one side.
No, that's right.
Yeah, that.
You're right.
There you go.
That's
Look at that. And that's the rear.
This is rear, this is front, because I oiled this one first, I oiled that one second. I
Right.
started here and I worked my way
I
that
had that
way.
one in my hand.
So I know how it works. But you see this is the dirty side here. See the dirty side? This is your leaning edge. So this is between the cylinder and this is in front of the bike.
But you just don't know a leading edge. That's the one that goes forward in the bike. It's the wind first.
It's the leading part, is the part that leads where you're going, not the trailing part, which is the ass end. Now, if
I
you
had to
can't-
throw that in there,
if
you
you
know,
can't
leading.
figure out the
You're
two-
using fancy leading edge. The thing that's in the front of the bike.
If you can't figure that out on your own, you've got a problem around here.
Hey, I might have a problem.
Appropriate tool, screwdriver and a hammer.
There you go.
Oh, you want the dog up.
Oh,
Okay, now, to put this in here, we got to find out where the gap is at. It appears that there's no gap there.
where's the gap? There it
That's
is.
the second gap. That means the other one's way over here someplace. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, which piston clip side do we take out?
That's a good question. Well, the one that's easier to get in.
So you're going to look at the front or rear. Hey Joe, is there a front or rear to these things?
On what?
Pistons. I don't think there is.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, right there. See that, Fred? Front.
Right on front.
That goes to the front.
That goes to the front.
Where's the front of the cylinder at, Fred?
Where the
front cylinder goes back.
where the
that's
scuffy
front
part
part
is.
of the cylinder, correct.
Goes like that. Okay, you notice how I put the piston at this angle? That's the ring gap right there. We're going to compress that side first, and then we're going to squeeze this in over here and push the cylinder into the hole. You got that?
Got it. And you're gonna beat it in. Not beat it out. Or beat it off.
All right, it's in, Fred.
Is it in? Give it a tap.
It's already in. I don't have to beat it in. Okay, now we're in the second ring gap. Now the second ring gap's on this side, so now the piston goes the opposite direction. So you have to move the ring all the way over. A bit of an angle to it.
Oh, look at that. What a concept.
But I pulled out the other side, though.
No! Why'd you do that?
Because Fred told me to.
You just got too excited.
That's right. There,
Too aggressive.
See how that thumbnail pushes that ring right in? These are those thin-ass rings. See, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at the amount of pressure involved in there. Okay, now the oil ring is the same way. You gotta figure out where the gap is at. I don't see it.
Back here.
I don't know. I don't see it.
It's back here.
I don't see it.
I see it back. Well, because you're not looking at it. It's back there.
It's over there someplace?
Yeah.
Why is it not going in then?
You need to push it in.
So I think the gap, see the one gap's there, that means the other gap's over here.
Oh, I don't know which gap you're looking for.
See, this one here does not want to go in, so
Get your screwdriver out.
you gotta figure out where the problem is. You mean this thing right here? You just push on it on the side?
That might help.
Like that? Yeah, I don't like doing it that way. There it goes. Hear it going in?
Mm-hmm. Got a hollow sound to it.
See the ring there? That's the gap on that side. So you have to pull this side back out. So this side can go in. See how that ring sticks
Yeah.
out?
Yep. Just give it a little nudge with the.
Now you're going to push it right up. Take the load off of it. Then you can push it in.
Damn.
See how much easier it works when you're not beating on it hard?
Damn. That worked good. Are you impressed? Are you impressed,
I'm
Jeff?
impressed, yeah.
Highly impressed.
And now you got to come up high enough that you clear the wrist pin slot.
Right. There's gonna be a fine line between two lines below, isn't it?
That's right.
Fine line. Like a very tight line.
See the ring gap's right there, right where you don't want it to be.
Damn it, Jim.
And now we take our piston, we lubricate it.
Oh, I think I'm too close again.
Red assembly loop.
Coming up. Doo, 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 doo.
Let's turn it down so you can look at it, Fred. There you go.
There's your fancy wrist pin.
Wrist pin.
5,500 miles, no oil.
I know at some point. Okay, that cylinder's ready to go down once you put the O-rings on there. What's that fancy O-ring you have?
All right, moving on to the next one.
Which way does that piston go, Fred? Now, did we check to make sure I put this in correctly after we were done?
I don't know, did you?
Front. That's front.
Appears front is going forward.
Front and forward is good.
That's good. Which cylinder is this?
Front.
That's the front one?
There's your orange base gasket O-ring.
These are square section. What's up with that? Why do you got a square O-ring?
That's where they are now. So they won't leak.
Yeah, but the cylinder's not square. Does the case have a groove in it, or a chamfer, or what's in it?
Got a groove.
Square cut groove? That's new.
Want these two?
No.
Not yet.
Look at that, it's a square section O-ring.
Probably cheaper to make a square than a round.
It costs more to make a square.
Yep. All the way around there. It's got a groove in it.
They got a groove instead of a chamfer.
I don't know what chamfer is. Rounded?
Chamfer is square cut in an angle.
This is like 90.
Square cut. See, Fred's not filming.
Oh, I'll go take a look. Here, let's go take a look. I'm at the bewitching hour of about to fall asleep.
Right
Look at
here.
that. Look at
Right
that.
there.
Look how square that
It's a
is.
square, round hole.
Yeah, see a chamfer, they just put a 45-degree angle on it, and you put an O-ring in that. So this here being a rectangular,
Needs a rectangular fit.
you have to have a counterbore in there. And look how loose that is. See, there's absolutely no sealing on the side of that O-ring.
That needs to go in the,
See the
on
gap
the barrel
there?
first, doesn't it?
It has to squeeze down. So it'll squeeze down and then it'll squeeze out.
Yeah.
So they don't care about OD or ID sealing, it's only on the top and bottom basically it's trying to seal it. So now you know how it works.
And these little O-rings go on that little chingus over there, right?
And you can put that on there right now.
These are square too.
They used to be round. So they made them square too.
Square.
One goes here. Oh, these ones don't get them, huh?
So what year is this bike?
Oh wait.
08. 08, 1T and CVO.
Part number has
Dyna turd.
no year on it.
07.
Does it? 11907.
All right.
May 12/908.
All right, we're back to the Pioston.
Back to what I left off on a while ago.
Okay,
And you notice I put oil on top of the cylinder earlier.
it did. So you can keep moving. Don't get too close.
That was a pop. That's my thumbnail getting in the way. Where's that ring gap?
I don't know.
Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Am I doing this right?
Sure. I don't know. I'm tired. It's that bewitching hour, man. It's getting to me. I usually sitting on the recliner, cutting some Z's, getting yelled at
Cutting
because
some
I'm
what?
cutting Z's and well, that and other stuff. But I'm getting yelled at for snoring. So
There you go.
go to bed. Oh, look at that! It went right in.
That's because I compressed it out of the way and it went right down. See, I could beat on a hammer all day or you just move the damn thing out of the way. And the O-ring's over here. First gap. You can see the other gap right here.
Yep.
Feel that's hard? Hard.
Yep.
That means it's not going. See, that one's hard too?
Yeah, it's not good.
No. If it's hard, that means you're never going to get it in. You need to move the ring out of the way.
It's like when you're. This is something on a 45. If you have to force it, you're doing something wrong, right?
That's right. Fine too.
Getting close. Close. Oh, close.
This one's in the way.
Little nudge.
Take the load off it by moving it up a little bit. See how I
Little
can move it?
Yep, little nudge.
Put your finger right there.
Then tap her down and it's in.
So
That's what I said, a little nudge and you're good to go.
Send all the way.
Put the pin in.
And nudge it up.
Put the pin in.
I haven't lubed it yet.
Well, put the lube in, then the pin in.
Put the pin in, then lube it.
No, put the lube in, then the pin in.
It's in. No lube though.
Put the lube in.
Put it the other way. Where's the lube?
Okay. Time for Fred to go
Go where?
bye-bye.
Oh, Fred.
I got to get up in the morning at 4:30 in the morning.
Only 9:30.
I gotta go to bed by a little after that, like 5:30.
See, this is why this doesn't work. He's going to bed when I'm getting up. He texted me about buying something one time, and I was working out in the morning.
You ignored it.
No, I didn't. I bought the damn thing.
That was those gas tanks you wanted for your panhead that were brand new NOS.
Yeah, but
new
they
old
wanted
stock.
they wanted like $700 for them.
They were $500.
No, they went up.
And you went and buy them because you were cheap. And you know how many sets I've seen since then?
0.
Zero. You know how much-
NOS ones?
You know how much they cost? They cost $1,200 for used with crappy ones. So how much did I wind up paying for the 3 sets I have now to make one good set?
But obviously, there's some math
3,600.
wrong there. There should only be 2. You only have to buy 2 sets.
So if
One
everybody
white,
needs a
one
set of-
left.
Everybody needs a set of crappy ass tanks for a 47 to 50 panhead. I just happen to have a crappy set.
Numerous sets
I
of
have a
them.
crappy set, a decent set, and a like new set that you're not getting. But
That's
the
for
other
mine.
2 are probably available. All right, there you go. So
Next thing.
these are ready to assemble once we get ready to do that part.
All right, taking a break,
Break.
and I'm out of here.
Fred said